How to reclaim your peace when panic strikes hard. I remember the first time I felt the overwhelming surge of panic, like a tidal wave crashing over me, and I knew then that something had to change. We all have those moments when our hearts race, our minds become clouded by fear, and the world around us seems to crumble. In those moments, I reached deep into the eternal wellspring of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord. Seeking solace and strength, I invite you now to join me on this transformative journey, to dive into the ancient wisdom that has guided countless souls through darkness and into the light. As we embark on this path together, I ask you to reflect. Have you ever wondered why, in the midst of chaos, a single word of hope can change everything? In my own life, I discovered that the answer lies in the steadfast promises of the Lord and the sacred scriptures that remind us of His unwavering love and power. When panic strikes hard, we must remember that we are never alone. The Bible teaches us that, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear?" Psalm chapter 27 verse 1. These words resonate with an energy that not only calms the storm within us but also ignites a spark of divine courage that can dispel the darkest fears. I want you to know that you have within you an incredible strength, a divine spark that connects you to the everlasting light of the teachings of the Lord. Every moment of despair can be transformed into an opportunity to rediscover your inner peace. And every heartbeat is a reminder of the miracle of life. As we move forward, I share with you the secrets that have been passed down through generations, secrets of faith, resilience, and the healing power of divine wisdom. We begin with the understanding that our emotions, even the most turbulent ones, are not our masters. In times of crisis, the Bible reminds us to be still and know that I am God. Psalm chapter 46 verse 10. This simple yet profound command encourages us to pause, to breathe deeply, and to center ourselves in the presence of something far greater than our fears. I know that when panic creeps in, it can feel like you're drowning in a sea of uncertainty. But take heart, for each breath you take is a testament to your enduring spirit and your connection to the divine. In moments of turmoil, let us turn to prayer, a powerful tool that has been used for centuries to invoke the grace and mercy of the Lord. Prayer is more than just words, it is a conversation with the divine, a heartfelt cry for help that the heavens are always ready to answer. I often find solace in the quiet whispers of my soul during these times. Whispering, "Lord, grant me peace," and in return, I feel a gentle assurance that my worries are being lifted. When we unite our voices in prayer, we become part of a timeless tradition that transcends time and space. A tradition rooted in the Bible and the teachings of the Lord, which have illuminated the path for so many before us. As I share my story with you, I encourage you to embrace the possibility of miracles. Consider the moment when you realized that panic was not the end but merely a beginning, a doorway to discovering an inner reservoir of strength that you never knew existed. We are all on a journey of faith, and every setback is an opportunity for spiritual growth. The teachings of the Lord remind us that, with God all things are possible, Matthew chapter 19 verse 26. And these words serve as a powerful reminder that no matter how insurmountable your challenges may seem, there is always a way to overcome them. I remember a time when I was lost in a labyrinth of anxiety, my thoughts spiraling out of control, and I questioned whether I would ever find peace. It was in that darkest hour that I encountered a community of believers, each one sharing their own story of redemption and renewal through the Bible's timeless lessons. Their stories, filled with passion and unwavering faith, inspired me to look beyond my immediate fears and embrace a broader perspective, one that sees panic not as a curse, but as an invitation to deepen our relationship with the divine. You see, the journey to reclaiming your peace is not a solitary one. It is a collective pilgrimage where we learn from each other, drawing strength from our shared experiences and the collective wisdom of the scriptures. I urge you to seek out fellowship, to connect with those who have also experienced the transformative power of the teachings of the Lord. Together, We can create a sanctuary of support and understanding where every cry of despair is met with compassion and every tear is transformed into a symbol of hope. Imagine, for a moment, standing in the midst of a storm, feeling the winds of panic tearing at your soul, only to look up and see a ray of light piercing through the clouds. That light is the love of the Lord, a beacon of hope that guides us through even the most treacherous of times. The Bible is filled with stories of miraculous deliverance, of lives transformed by the power of faith. Consider the story of David, a young shepherd who faced a giant with nothing but a sling and a few smooth stones. Yet his faith in the Lord allowed him to triumph over seemingly impossible odds. David's story reminds us that no matter how small or insignificant we may feel in the face of our fears, we are always equipped with the divine power to overcome them. I encourage you to internalize this lesson. Your value is immeasurable in the eyes of the Lord, and your ability to conquer panic lies in embracing your faith and trusting in His plan. Each time you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to meditate on the Scriptures, to let the ancient words wash over you like a soothing balm. Remember that the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians chapter 4 verse 7. This verse is a promise, a divine assurance that when you surrender your fears to the Lord, you will be enveloped in a peace that defies logic and transcends human comprehension. As we journey together, I invite you to consider the myriad ways in which panic can manifest in our lives. Sometimes it creeps in as a quiet whisper, a subtle unease that grows over time. Other times, it strikes with the force of a tempest, leaving you reeling and disoriented. No matter how panic chooses to appear, the remedy remains the same: a deep, abiding trust in the teachings of the Lord and the eternal wisdom of the Bible. You might ask yourself, how can I possibly find peace when the world feels so chaotic? The answer lies in shifting our focus from what we cannot control to the boundless love and protection offered by the divine. When we allow ourselves to be anchored by faith, we create an inner sanctuary where peace reigns supreme. I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of this shift in perspective. In my own life, moments of despair have given way to experiences of profound clarity and joy once I surrendered my anxiety to the Lord. There were times when I would be paralyzed by fear, unable to see beyond the dark clouds of my own thoughts. Yet, when I opened my heart to the teachings of the Bible and immersed myself in prayer, I discovered a reservoir of hope that not only quenched my thirst for peace but also ignited a fire of determination and purpose within me. It is this fire that I now wish to share with you. Every trial you face, every moment of panic you endure, is an opportunity to draw closer to the divine. The Bible is replete with examples of individuals who, in the face of overwhelming adversity, turned to the Lord and emerged stronger and more resilient. Consider the story of Job, a man who faced unimaginable suffering yet remained steadfast in his faith. His unwavering trust in God, despite his hardships, serves as a powerful reminder that even in our darkest moments, the light of the Lord is never far away. I invite you to reflect on your own life and ask, when have you felt the Lord's presence lifting you up from the depths of despair? How has your faith carried you through times of uncertainty? These questions are not merely rhetorical. They are a call to action, a challenge to seek out the divine guidance that lies within and around you. If you are struggling to reclaim your peace, know that the answer is not found in the transient comforts of the world, but in the eternal embrace of the teachings of the Lord. As you continue on your spiritual journey, be open to the miracles that await you. They might come in the form of a kind word from a stranger, a moment of unexpected clarity during meditation, or a vivid dream that reaffirms your connection to the divine. I have experienced all of these miracles, and I can assure you that they are the universe's way of reminding you that you are loved, that you are seen, and that you are destined for greatness. In the midst of panic, we often feel isolated, as if our suffering is unique and insurmountable. Yet, when we look to the Bible and the teachings of the Lord, we see that our struggles are woven into the fabric of a much larger narrative, a narrative that spans generations and connects us all. This shared human experience is a source of immeasurable comfort. I urge you to lean into this collective wisdom, to draw strength from the stories of those who have walked this path before you, and to let the spirit of unity and compassion guide you through the storms of life. There is a moment in every crisis when the clouds part, revealing the radiant light of the divine. That moment is not reserved for a select few. It is available to each and every one of us who dares to seek it out. I challenge you to consider the possibility that panic, with all its intensity, is but a precursor to an even greater awakening. A call to rise above your fears and embrace a life filled with purpose and divine connection. In my own experience, some of the most transformative moments have arisen from the depths of panic. It was during these times of vulnerability that I discovered the true power of surrender, of letting go of the illusion of control and trusting that the Lord had a plan far greater than anything I could imagine. This surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to the strength that comes from aligning oneself with the divine. When you find yourself overwhelmed by anxiety, remember that you are stepping into a space where miracles are born. The Bible tells us that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. And this profound truth invites you to see beyond the immediate chaos and envision a future filled with hope and redemption. Each step you take on this journey is a declaration of your commitment to reclaiming your peace. A declaration that you refuse to be defined by your fears. I know that the path ahead may seem daunting, and there may be moments when you question whether you have the strength to overcome the relentless tide of panic. But I assure you that every challenge you face is an opportunity to deepen your understanding of the divine and to fortify your spirit. With every prayer whispered in the quiet of the night, with every scripture read in the soft glow of a candle, you are building a fortress of faith that no panic can penetrate. As we travel further along this path, I want you to imagine a life where peace is not a fleeting emotion but a constant state of being. A life where the teachings of the Lord illuminate every corner of your existence, guiding you like a lighthouse through even the stormiest seas. This is not an unattainable dream. It is a reality that is waiting for you to embrace it with open arms. I have seen the miraculous transformation in the lives of those who have chosen to walk this path. Their testimonies, filled with gratitude and awe, stand as living proof that even when panic strikes hard, the power of faith can restore balance and serenity. One friend of mine, who once battled crippling anxiety, told me that it was only after surrendering his worries to the Lord that he began to see the world in a new light. He described it as stepping out of a dark tunnel and into a radiant dawn where every breath was a gift and every moment a celebration of life. I share his story with you not to evoke pity, but to remind you that you, too, can experience this transformation. Every trial you endure, every moment of panic, is an invitation to rediscover the divine spark within you. And as you nurture that spark with the wisdom of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord, you will find that it grows into a brilliant flame that can illuminate even the darkest corners of your soul. In our fast-paced world, it is easy to become entangled in the noise and chaos that surround us. Social media, relentless news cycles, and the pressures of daily life can all contribute to a sense of panic that seems impossible to escape. Yet, amidst all this turmoil, the Bible offers us a timeless refuge, a reminder that there is a higher power at work, one that can guide us through the storm with grace and certainty. I urge you to take a step back from the distractions of modern life and to immerse yourself in the sacred texts that have guided countless generations. Let the stories of miraculous deliverance, of unwavering faith, and of divine love remind you that you are part of a grand, eternal narrative. In the quiet moments of reflection, ask yourself, what would it mean for you to truly let go of your fears? How would your life change if you allowed the teachings of the Lord to fill every crevice of your being with hope and light? These are not questions meant to be answered quickly or superficially. They are profound invitations to explore the depths of your soul and to reconnect with the divine purpose that lies within. As you contemplate these questions, know that you are not alone. I stand with you, every step of the way, sharing my own struggles and triumphs, as well as the timeless wisdom that has carried me through life's most turbulent moments. There is a sacred strength in our vulnerability, a strength that comes from acknowledging our fears and choosing, despite them, to trust in a power far greater than ourselves. It is in this trust that we find the courage to face our demons head on and to reclaim the peace that is rightfully ours. One of the most profound lessons I have learned from the Bible is the transformative power of forgiveness, not only forgiving others but forgiving ourselves. Often, panic is fueled by the weight of past mistakes and the harsh judgments we impose on our own hearts. The teachings of the Lord remind us that forgiveness is a divine act that liberates us from the chains of guilt and regret. When we forgive, we open ourselves up to healing and renewal, creating space for the peace that comes from knowing that we are cherished by the divine. I encourage you to look within and to identify the sources of your inner turmoil. Ask yourself, are there unresolved conflicts or lingering resentments that are contributing to your anxiety? As you confront these painful truths, lean on the wisdom of the Bible and allow the teachings of the Lord to guide you toward reconciliation and inner harmony. In doing so, you may find that the act of forgiveness is one of the most powerful tools for reclaiming your peace when panic strikes hard. As our journey continues, I want you to envision a future where every moment of panic is met with a profound sense of calm and assurance. A future where you are no longer defined by your fears but by your unwavering faith and the divine love that sustains you. Picture yourself standing on a mountaintop, the wind of change rustling through your hair, as you gaze out at a horizon filled with endless possibilities. In that moment, the teachings of the Bible and the timeless words of the Lord echo in your heart, reminding you that you are more than your fears. You are a beloved child of God, destined for greatness and surrounded by a love that transcends all understanding. This vision is not a distant fantasy. It is a reality that can be achieved when you choose to let go of panic and embrace the peace that only faith can provide. I have witnessed this transformation in my own life and in the lives of those around me, and I want nothing more than for you to experience it as well. Let each step you take on this sacred journey be a testament to your resilience, a declaration that no matter how fierce the storms of life may become, you will always find your way back to the light of the Lord. As you navigate the winding path of life, remember that each moment of panic holds within it the seed of a greater awakening. Every time you feel your heart pounding with fear, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you are being called to rise above the chaos, to reclaim your peace, and to let the teachings of the Lord illuminate your way. I invite you to join me in this sacred pursuit, a pursuit of truth, love, and the unyielding promise that no matter how dark the night may seem, dawn is always on the horizon. Together, we can overcome the paralyzing grip of panic and step boldly into a future defined not by our anxieties, but by our faith, our resilience, and the everlasting love of the Lord. As we close this chapter of our shared journey, I leave you with one final thought. The divine is always near, ready to lift you from the depths of despair and guide you toward a life of boundless peace and joy. Embrace this truth, nurture it within your heart, and allow it to transform every aspect of your life. Whether you are seeking solace in times of crisis or yearning for a deeper connection with the divine, remember that the Bible and the teachings of the Lord are timeless companions on your path. They offer you not just words of comfort, but a roadmap to reclaiming your peace when panic strikes hard. And so, my dear friend, as you venture forth into the unknown, may you always carry with you the light of divine wisdom, the warmth of everlasting love, and the unshakable conviction that you are never alone in your journey. Trust in the sacred promise that as long as you keep your heart open to the teachings of the Lord, every trial you face will lead you to an even greater revelation of the peace that dwells within you. Let us rise together, fueled by faith and united by a shared vision of hope. For we are all children of a divine legacy, a legacy that beckons us to reclaim our peace and to transform our lives. one miraculous moment at a time. In closing, I encourage you to continue exploring the wisdom of the Bible and to seek out the supportive community that can help you on your path. There are many resources available online, including websites like BibleGateway.com and YouVersion, where you can delve deeper into the scriptures and the teachings of the Lord. May you find in these sacred texts the answers you seek, and may you always remember that even when panic strikes hard, your peace is just a prayer away. Let us commit ourselves to this divine journey, embracing every challenge as an opportunity to grow closer to the light of the Lord. And may our lives become a testament to the transformative power of faith, hope, and love.